Hello, what we're going to be walking through in this video is a Java program that uses a map from the Java collections framework. So we're going to write a program that keeps a map in which both keys and values are strings. The names of the student are the keys and the values are their course grades. We're going to prompt the user of the program to add or remove students, to modify grades, or to print all grades. The printout should be sorted by name and formatted like this. So if we want the printout sorted by name, that gives us a clue of what class we want to go ahead and implement our map interface. So next thing I'm going to do is I am going to go out into my map interface, and if we go ahead and click on HashMap to check to see what that class does. If we look down in the Java doc, this class makes no guarantees as to the order of the map. It does not guarantee that the order will remain constant over time. So it doesn't look like we want to implement our map using HashMap. If we go back and click on the TreeMap and scroll on down, a tree map is sorted according to the natural ordering of its keys. So that's exactly how we want to go ahead and sort the data in our map by the name, which is our key. So we're going to go ahead and use our tree map to implement our map interface. So let's go into JGrasp. As you can see, we've imported the map, scanner, and tree map classes. On line 13, we've created an instance of our scanner object to gather input from the user. On line 15, we've gone ahead and we're creating a new tree map of type map, and it's going to be grades. 17, we're setting a Boolean done equal to false. So what we're going to do is we're going to iterate through this while loop, but while done is not equal to true. Line 20, we're going to go ahead and print a little menu. They're going to enter A for add, R for remove, M for modify, print for print, or Q for quit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have an if, else, if statement to go ahead and check to see what we're going to do. So if the input equals Q, we'll set done equals to true, and we should exit out of the program. If it equals to aid, we're going to add a student to the map, so we're going to gather the name of the student and the grade of the student, and then we're going to go ahead and use the put method to go ahead and add that student to our tree map, and then we'll print out that the student has been added. Our remove student, what we're going to do there is we're going to have the user enter the student's name. And then what we're going to do is if the student is not in our map, we're going to go ahead and let the user know that that student was not found in the grade book. So in order to do that, we're going to go ahead and use the get method that's available for maps. And what that does is that the key is not in the map, then what it will do is the get method will return a null. So that's what we're doing on line 41. We're doing our null check. If that method returns a null for student to remove, we'll go ahead and specify student is not in the grade book. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and use the remove method to remove that student from the grade book by specifying the key, which is the name. The next thing then is we want to go ahead and modify a student. So again, we're going to do that same check in the beginning. We're going to check to see if the student's already in the grade book. If he is not, then we will go ahead and let the user know. If he is, or he or she is, then what we're going to do is we're going to get the grade from the user, and then we're going to put that information back into our map as being modified. And then we'll display a message that the user has been modified. And then in order to print the map, what we're going to do is we're going to use the key set method that returns a set of keys that are in the map. And then we'll just go ahead and iterate through that, specifying the name and getting the key by specifying using the get to get the actual value for that name. And then else done will actually get set to true if we don't specify any of those values. So let's go ahead and compile and then run our program. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to increase the size. So we're going to add, so I'll enter A. We'll go ahead and add George. He got a B- for his grade. We'll go ahead and add Paul. He got a C+ for his grade. We'll go ahead and add John, and he got an A- for his grade. And then we'll go ahead and add Ringo, and Ringo got a D- for his grade. So we'll go ahead and print. So we have George with a B-, John A-, Paul with a C+, and Ringo with a D-. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and call the remove. So I'll type in R. First time through, I'll input Mike. It should come back and say is not in the grade book. Click on R again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove let me see here, John. And then I'll go ahead and print. So now we should only have 3. And then I'll go ahead and modify. Go ahead and specify Mike again. It should not find Mike. I'll go ahead and click on modify again. I want to change Ringo's grade. So I'll update his grade to a C+. And hit enter. We'll go ahead and print. So now we have the existing map with Ringo's grade updated, and then we'll just enter Q to quit. So this just walks you through a program that you can go ahead and use the map and some of the methods that are available for the map. In this case, we implemented our map using the TreeMap, since the TreeMap will go ahead and keep the items in order based on the natural ordering of the key. So that's all I had for this video.